This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist Evan Thomason.
Hey, good morning. Welcome on to First Alert Weather Breakdown. I am meteorologist Evan Thomason. Welcome in to your Monday. It's a grand one here to start off the work week. I won't say that. It's nice. My goodness, sunshine. I haven't seen this much sunshine even on our sunny days last week. Which were few, first and foremost. I don't think we've seen sunshine quite like what's out right now around the ArkLaTex. It is beautiful. It's just a little chilly. Just a little chilly. On your way out there, we'll talk about the temperatures in a little bit, but essentially they're starting to warm up finally, but even then, I think right now we have mostly temperatures in the 40s still, so still more than just t-shirt and shorts. You're going to need to stay a little comfy here in the ArkLaTex on the way out the door. So, yeah, watch out for that. And we're going to keep you first alert here and for this episode because guess what? We have storms coming right back here for tomorrow. We really want to make sure you stay weather aware here for tomorrow. Now, I will say tomorrow is not a KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Day. At least it has not been declared at this point. But there's some intriguing points with the system that's coming through here for the day tomorrow. Now, there is not, let me repeat that, there is not a chance of severe weather at all from the risk of the storms hitting here for your Tuesday. But we're watching out for something else, and that is something other than rain that could be falling. Yes, there is the chance of some mixed precipitation falling with the system here for the day on Tuesday. That'll go to show you just how cold we get really around the ArkLaTex as well. So, oh man, it is going to be a cold work week this week. I will say next week is shaping up to be a very warm week. So those of you looking forward to the t-shirt and shorts weather, I know my co-anchor can't stop talking to me about it consistently every single morning. I'm talking about Stephen Maxwell. He can't stop talking to me about it every single morning. Where's this beautiful weather gone? What the heck? Why are the temperatures not up where they should be, according to him? Yeah, so we'll get the t-shirt and shorts weather overall, like case in point. That's coming back here for next week. Promise you that. To wrap up February. But for this week, again, grab out the heavy coat. If you felt cold this morning, you are going to be feeling cold over the next several mornings here for the most part. Temperatures actually do slightly warm up for tomorrow morning compared to this morning. But overall, it's going to be bitter, cold mornings, especially Wednesday through Friday. So get prepared. Get yourself prepared here in the ArkLaTex. All right, let's go over what headlines we got going on here for the day today. Packed show, because we're also talking about our cold temperatures happening behind the storms, hitting in the ArkLaTex here for tomorrow. Again, no severe weather threat, just watching out for some downpours, definitely, and yes, the chance of freezing rain. Speaking of getting something other than rain, we're going to be taking a look at some snow chances that are increasing along the same system that's coming through here for tomorrow. And most of those are found in the other parts of the state in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We're essentially going to be taking a look at just how those forecasts are shaping up to be and how far south can we exactly expect our snow line to hit. How far south does the snow get? How close does it get to the ArkLaTex? We're not expecting snow here locally, but we are expecting a good, a little chance. At this point, I'd call it a little chance of some freezing rain between Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 exclusive contents in for today. Today's scheduled was mainly just posted for talking about the chances of the snow showers because I know it's kind of a hot topic around the ArkLaTex, but what's been turning up to be a hot topic over the weekend is flooding in the state of Kentucky. That's been a very unfortunate scenario up around there. Remember our First Alert Weather Day? Hold up real quick. Let me get myself back on camera, actually. Do you remember the First Alert Weather Day on, hold up. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Do you remember the First Alert Weather Day that we had last Saturday, just 2 days ago? Gonna be honest, just a little quick overview about that on the first weather breakdown here. We got, I wouldn't say lucky, and I wouldn't say it was a bust at all of a system that rolled through the ArkLaTex, but it was definitely less of a threat than we originally expected, which is good. I would so much rather overhype something any day of the work week than underhype it, and you guys aren't even prepared to begin with. All right? That's my rule of thumb with forecasting. Now, do I feel psyched that I overhyped it? No. And was it entirely overhyped? Not really, because there was still somewhere in the ballpark of 6 to 7 to I think somewhere between 6 and 8 severe thunderstorm warnings that triggered like this really quickly in northwest Louisiana, especially in that enhanced risk where we were really being concerned around the ArkLaTex here. So yeah, that gave us some gusty winds, some very strong and heavy rainfall. Areas like Mansfield, Minden, Natchitoches, those kind of areas under severe thunderstorm warnings. No tornado warnings popped off, thankfully, but boy, it was popping off east of here. And that same system, the whole reason why I'm bringing this around, this whole system is what caused Kentucky, the whole state of Kentucky, its flash flooding. Quite historic, honestly. Some of the videos I've seen on social media that we'll actually take a look at in just a little bit, kind of rivaling that of Hurricane Helene in a way. And it's kind of in a similar area. We'll get to all that. I'm going way too much into it. But the point is, we'll get the Kentucky flooding in just a little bit. Let's get into the forecast, though, shall we? At least the first half of it. Beautiful look. Again, window world camera. Wow. Wowzers. I mean, I could just leave this up for 5 minutes and just sit, lay back, relax on my chair, and just let the world pass by, you know? That's a beautiful sight, though, to behold in the ArkLaTex. All right, elsewhere, we got similar sights off in Shreveport as well, along I-20 on our Mattress Plus Skycam looking over downtown. Both cameras don't have any cloud cover. That's a rare commodity around here for this morning. As for our headlines, we have cold temperatures. If you want to describe this entire work week in one word, it is cold. It is cold, especially in the second half of the work week, but you can argue, obviously, the temperatures are still chilly out right now, and they're going to continue to be chilly in for tomorrow as well. So we're hanging on to cold temperatures, and with the result of our next system coming in with those cold temperatures, we were talking about the chance of maybe a little winter precip coming on in. We'll look at that in a future track coming up. And lastly, we have colder air, even colder air filtering in behind the cold front that hits us here for tomorrow. Then that's going to straggle along and really cool us on down heading into the end of the work week. Yeah. All right, anyways, first our Doppler radar. We are clear here locally. A nice, completely clear radar. That's exactly what we like to see. Still some 30s in right now. 39 in Shreveport, 39 in Minden, 37 in Texarkana. Got some lower 40s for Marshall, and for most of those, south side of the ArkLaTex overall. Here's your next system coming on in. Again, no severe weather threat. Not really expecting anything, chance of tornadoes, flash flooding, anything when it comes to that. But watch out for the slim chance of some winter precip creeping through here on the future track. All right, so actually I'm going to show you two different future tracks. The first one, this one, kind of shows the broad, it's a little more broad, a little more not as enhanced, so to speak. And you'll see what I mean by this future track coming up. It doesn't like pinpoint like specific cells, but this map usually does a pretty good job at determining where the fine line between snow mix and rain is going to be. And in this case, again, timeline. If the freezing rain will happen, it will happen late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. If you notice, again, that complete mix there, all the way down into Shreveport almost, and all the way back up into Texarkana. Really impressive. Then everything goes away definitely by the thick of the day again on Wednesday, and then, woo, smooth sailing here into the weekend. All right, so future track here for today. Beautiful. Make the most of it. Now, once you get into tomorrow, especially around this time tomorrow, that's when rain's starting up, and most of it's going to look to start excuse me, up as light rain here for the morning hours. Then as we get into the afternoon, that's when our moderate and heavier rainfall really starts to form and kick off again. I just want to reiterate one last time, no chance of severe weather from this system, although watch out for those pink shades, which will be rolling into the northern half of the ArkLaTex starting Tuesday evening. But then once you get even colder, that's when we could see the line for freezing rain dip down a lot more off to the south, off towards Texarkana, Mount Pleasant. Even a few models saying as low, or not as low, but as south as Shreveport in the I-20 corridor. Now, I will say that's completely unlikely. The highest chances are definitely lingering around the northern edge of the ArkLaTex for the freezing rain. And even then, I'm not sure exactly how much we'll get, but we'll see. We'll keep you first alert and posted throughout the day tomorrow. If you notice all that snow, that's going to stay off to our north. That's not going to look to hit us at all with the system. And then we dry out nicely here for Wednesday, Thursday, and overall, this Tuesday system is the last system for a while in the ArkLaTex. I'm not saying it's a pretty barren and quiet 12-day forecast besides tomorrow, again, with the storms. As for your temperature outlook, again, we kind of moderate around cool conditions, you could call them, over the next 2 days before the real cold, the Arctic cold air, I should say, really packs in here for Wednesday and for the end of the work week. This is going to be something that's affecting most of the country as well. But, boy, temperatures really do get cold here for the second half of the work week. Highs today, mid-50s all around the region. Look at those temperatures that follow that system that comes through on Tuesday. Oh, man, feels like temperatures down in the teens, and that's just Wednesday morning. We could get some feels like temperatures down to the, single digits here for your Thursday. Again, this is the second half of the work week. And overall, I mean, even our high temperatures barely reach into the 30s here each and every afternoon before highs are finally going to look to start to increase by next weekend. Next weekend, highs back up to 59 here for your Sunday. Watch out for the morning lows, especially Thursday, Friday morning. Again, lower 20s. Oh, man. Only rainy day in that full 7-day forecast is tomorrow. Again, that's going to start with scattered showers, and that should continue overall throughout the day. Today we'll have light rain probably in the morning. With that daytime heating, we could get some pockets of heavy rainfall for tomorrow afternoon. All right, I was looking at your full forecast. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, I will be back. I didn't even realize I zoomed myself in. Hello. I'm going to figure out. I misclicked the button there. But the point is, I will be back after a break, and we'll talk about the Kentucky flooding and some national weather headlines, including that fine line of snow in Oklahoma and Arkansas that's expected ahead. More on that in just a bit. All right, welcome on back to the First Alert Weather Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. Welcome on back. Hi. Hope you're doing good. We honestly, again, dodged a little bit of a bullet here from the weekend, which is good. Good news here from your past First Alert Weather Day on your Saturday. Now we're dealing with storms here for tomorrow before having a nice, lengthy, dry spell. Honestly, I don't see any major chances of rain after Tuesday for the rest of the 12-day forecast. Just going to reiterate that for you there. So a nice lengthy break. My goodness. That's just going to eventually allow our temperatures to warm up into next week, too, which will be great. All right, two things I want to do here in this middle block here on the First Alert Weather Breakdown. The first is to kind of go over the snow chances for Arkansas and Oklahoma, for those of you who have family up into Oklahoma, further up north into Arkansas as well. Those areas will be dealing with the snowy side of the same system that's mainly giving us scattered rain here locally. All right, so let me pull up the graphic here. This is what it looks like right now on our First Alert Doppler radar. A whole lot of nothing you can see on the immediate regional area, so to speak. Nothing in our neighboring states at all. If you look, there's our system right now. It's right on top of Omaha, Nebraska. This is going to be sliding southward very quickly. The question is just how much does that cold air drive on southward here in the ArkLaTex? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take a look at the satellite real quick so you can see something. I want to pinpoint one thing. Watch all the streaks coming from the west to the east. That is the jet stream, and it is a cold jet stream at that, forming a good amount of moisture right now. Again, that's stretching up into Omaha, Kansas, and it's going to continue to come on down into the ArkLaTex here for tomorrow. All right, so here is our look at our future track. And now I'm going to zoom this out to include, hopefully this stays. It does. So into tomorrow morning we go. You see the snow definitely covers a chunk of Oklahoma and also especially by Wednesday early morning, most of Arkansas is getting that snow here. And some of that could even trickle down, I should say, in areas around Hope, maybe Texarkana. We'll see. It's a very fine line between snow and freezing rain, and overall, it's one of the hardest things to forecast, period. So check in. We'll keep you first alert, and then see what the radar's showing us here locally in the ArkLaTex. So overall, chance of snow is looking definitely greatest starting midday Tuesday for Oklahoma City, and then it looks like it does reach as far down as Little Rock, including most of Arkansas overall as a whole. Maybe just some freezing rain on the southern end of town. For example, one of those areas leading into Shreveport. So watch out for that. Again, freezing rain is nothing to deal with in the grand scheme of things. I will say the one thing about the timing of this all is that this is expected to come through in the overnight hours. Look, peep at the time. 11 p.m. here tomorrow night, when we're dealing with probably our greatest threat here with freezing rain moving through the ArkLaTex here locally. So that comes on through, and then it goes away, and then it's beautiful sunshine again for the long-term period. Woo! All right. So, went over that. Oh, I want to show you the Kentucky flooding video. So here we go. 2 seconds. There we go. So this is some of the video taken from Kentucky over the past 2 days. First of all, snow on the ground, and they're dealing with this. This is horrific. Just so you know, the entire state of Kentucky still remains under a flood watch or a flood warning. You can literally go onto the National Weather Service website. They always have a full map of the entire United States, and it shows all the current warnings on each and every location, advisories, and whatnot. If you look at the entire state of Kentucky, nothing but flash flood warnings at the time on that Saturday. But once this evolved and once this rain really stuck into place, now we just have flood warnings in place in those areas. Quite the sights, especially with some of those search and rescue boats going around. Man, I could not. I could not. That is dream on, man. That props out to those guys. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Anyways, yeah, Kentucky dealing with think I think it was somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to 12 inches of rain from this alone. Very, very impressive sight to see. All right, let's look at your full forecast for both of those. If you have any other questions about anything we've done today, please let me know. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit tired today, but that just means I might have forgotten a thing or two. But anyways, I'm going to toss it to a break. Then we'll recap this episode and see what we can look forward to on tomorrow's episode coming up next on First Alert with Breakdown. All right, welcome on back to First Alert with a Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thompson. Thank y'all for hopping on in to the weather breakdown here, our weather podcast here at KSLA News 12. Again, if you have any questions, always pop it on to our YouTube page, and that way I can answer it live for you. Pretty cool feature. Pretty cool. So I'm not just, talking to myself. I'm fine just talking to myself, but always adds another point of view. Teamwork makes the dream work is what I like to say. Anyways, tomorrow is the active day of storms moving through the ArkLaTex. We'll have tracking on that. We'll have meteorologist CJ Cartledge on for his weekly Tuesday episode that he's usually on. So those of you looking forward to him, he will be back on tomorrow. And yeah, I think we're all good with housekeeping stuff. Let me check our streams real quick and make sure we're all fine and dandy. But I think we are. I believe we are. Again, stay weather aware with us tomorrow. Despite it not being a KSLA News 12 First Alert with the day, we're expecting still rain throughout the day tomorrow. Especially pockets of heavy rain. And maybe even the possibility, yes, of freezing rain too. We'll see. All right, I'm going to keep you all First Alert on that. Yeah. All right. So, I think I'm going to sign off. Tomorrow, 10:30. Again, we got storms pushing through the ArkLaTex then. I hope you are ready to roll here for tomorrow. It's not severe weather, but if anything, could see the possibility of those stray powerful shots. Or, stray showers. I don't know why I'm talking about powerful shots. Stray possible showers here for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon is when most of the thick rain comes on through. And then Wednesday morning, I think we'll be wrapping things up. So that's kind of the gist of it. Anyways, I got to get going here. Have a great rest of your day. First Alert with a Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thompson. I'll see you again tomorrow, 10:30. Be there, be square, and most importantly, be weather aware. Have a good one. See ya.